I
feel like
I don't know
if it's gonna come or not.
Maybe it'll just be vomit.
That'd be a good way to start.
Of course.
Cheesesteak.
Classic cheesesteak.
Yeah, Podcast has asked us about cheesesteaks. If you're coming to Philadelphia, I usually two-tier my answer. There's like a touristy cheesesteak spot at this corner of 9th and Passyunk that's got like the two famous ones, it's Pat's and Gino's, and they are literally catty corner from one another and like blood rivals. And if you're gonna go there and you want to have that experience, I go Pat's.
I also go Pat's.
Gino's has really good cheese fries though. But we're not talking about cheese fries.
We're talking about the steak.
I don't know why you're going over there, man, but okay.
But outside of that, if we're talking about the best cheesesteak in Philly, my first answer is always Tony Luke's down on Oregon. But I think other guys, what's the one that?
There's a great place near Union Transfer called Del Rossi that delivers till 3 o'clock in the morning, which is
dangerous.
Prime cheesesteak hour.
Yeah, that's the most tactful way to
depending
put
on
it.
your activities.
Is the most cheesesteakable hour.
Yeah.
So you can just get in the cab coming home and like rip a little Del Rossi order and meet the guy outside.
I also argue Ishkabibble.
Ishkabibble is
Yeah.
also.
If you're on South Street, I guess it depends on where you are in the city and how far you want to walk. Because if you're on South Street and you want one right then, I would say Ishkabibble's.
Jim's
is also.
Jim's is good. I would go Ishkabibble's over Jim's. And then if you're in Old City and you're looking at the Liberty Bell and whatnot, there's a spot called Campos on Market.
They have like a spicy one that is truly fierce.
Yeah. But they don't do fries, which is strange to me. It's got to be some sort of zoning thing where they're not allowed to have a fryer in there for exhaust purposes, but...
maybe it's just no potatoes are allowed in the building because of the zoning.
We just hate potatoes.
It's kind of hard to go wrong though. If you're gonna open up a cheesesteak place in Philly, it's either gonna be at least pretty good or
Just find the
fail miserably. So
Just find the place that the guy inside is the meanest to you, and then it's going to be really good.
Yeah.
I think that's a good tip.
Direct
Direct is really good
yeah.
too if you have like special needs food stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
They reopened up.
yeah, if you want a vegan cheesesteak, Cavendish or Blackbird Pizza. Can't miss spots. Well, it depends on what you want.
I think a great one is the Mutter Museum.
Yeah.
That's like an especially.
Yeah.
It's
So
pretty
weird.
dark, but it's a Philadelphia specific. It's like a medical oddities and like extraordinary situation kind of museum. It's kind of creepy, but
It's actually so
really
dark that I've
interesting.
never been in it.
Yeah.
I've never been. I just like don't eat that.
It's right next
in
to
my
the
life.
church. You
I-
would.
it's not
I-
that
that
weird.
sounds It's not that weird.
But anyway,
No,
it's
it's gonna
cool.
hurt.
The way people describe it, I'm like, that's like not my bag.
Scott got married there.
Really?
To Luciano.
Oh wow.
It's twisted as shit.
That is twisted.
Also, there's if you're a beer person, there's a lot of great breweries in Philadelphia. There's the Yards Brewery and there's the Philadelphia Brewing Company Brewery. Triumph and Victory's a little bit out of town, but there's that too. This is all just me pandering for free beer.
Well,
so
if
that's why
you
I'm gonna
want-
keep listing these.
They've upped the
Yeah.
pop-up beer garden and stuff that they've
Oh,
been
yeah.
doing
Yeah, so
down the river.
There's a
and
really
all over
cool
the city.
spot called Spruce Street Harbor Park. It's a pop-up park that Philly started doing. So they basically took this like area of like unusable, what used to be harbor area, and made it into like a park where there's these cool hammocks and giant chess sets, and then this like floating barge part of the park that's got all like the like well-known restaurants in the city, like Federal Donuts and Franklin Fountain and everything, have little like out of old shipping containers run like little pop-ups of their restaurant there. And there's these kind of floating hammocks on the floating barge where you're just sitting over the river, which is cool. Unless one breaks, so you don't want to fall into that river.
What's
Nice
that
little
ice,
boardwalk area with
Yeah, there's a
shops.
boardwalk.
what's that ice cream
Got the
place near
Swan
your house?
Boat.
That's
Oh,
Franklin
yeah.
Fountain.
Franklin
Yeah,
Fountain?
it's
That place
like
got good ice cream.
If you're
Fierce
a
ice
music
cream.
fan and you want to see a show, the coolest place to see a show in America
Church.
is the First Unitarian Church,
Is the
which is
church.
this dirty, sweaty, unbelievably hot, even in January, church basement that we grew up going to shows at, and we've seen everyone there. I mean, it's a legendary spot. But if you want to see a show and not sweat as much, Union Transfer I think is the nicest venue in America right now.